Oh, guys, it was. I thought I wasn't real happy with our first half performance. I didn't think the defensive numbers were bad, and I wasn't real happy with the overall defensive numbers for the night. It was an average performance set for about a 5 to 7 whatever span it was, where we went on a 34 to whatever run or whatever it was, and we really, just gained momentum during that stretch. And good grief. And just played great basketball during that stretch, and that was the only difference in the game when it blew out. Again, I wasn't happy with the defensive numbers, wasn't happy with free throw shooting. Made some shots. We passed the ball well. It was good for us to go against zone like that for a long period of time, something we hadn't seen. But glad we got the win. Amazed we scored 97 points with the way we shot free throws. But, glad to get the win and move on.
You're having a lot of fun out there. It's kind of grins and giggles for everybody, and then Marcus gets thrown down to the floor, and it was almost like a sobering moment.
Well, it wasn't even at that point in time. I don't think we were having a whole lot of fun. I don't think we were playing too well. It was still fairly close, a close game at that point. And I told my staff today, I thought this would be a close game. I didn't think we'd come out like we did the other two games. That's, just being reality. Whoever we played, I don't care who we would have played. I don't think we would have. I knew it was going to be tight early, and probably I thought it would be very tight the first half. I thought it would be probably even a little tighter. But yeah, that's an unfortunate deal. So many teams focus on Marcus, and it can get taken a little overboard at times. And I didn't really see it, and I still hadn't seen it. I didn't see it. I know everybody was reacting to it on the video board, and I didn't even see it on that. The referee said he just got pushed. But I like that we handled it fairly well. We could have got, we could have reacted a lot worse than we did. But I thought our guys handled their composure pretty well.
It's one thing, and you guys have talked about the targets that's on your back, as a team this year. That's one thing, but then sometimes there's this element that comes too.
There is, unfortunately. We've seen already even other teams. Teams, when you have a reputation of being a good basketball team or a reputation of being a good player, people are coming at you. They want to prove a point, and kind of goes with the territory. And we talked a lot to our guys about understanding that, how you have to handle that. I thought we handled it pretty well.
The guys said that you drew up the Forte to Brown lob, alley-oop. You drew it up just like that, where he kind of hung up there in the air and caught it.
Told him how to do it. Told him how to dunk it. Drew it up. Yeah, it was just something. We drew up very quickly, and they executed it extremely well. It's not hard to throw Markel at alley-oop. You don't have to do a whole lot.
Does he ever cease to amaze you, though? Because that one was.
So I think Kelly or somebody asked me that last week. I'm not surprised by some of the stuff, but I'm still wowed, if that makes sense. I'm still wowed by some of it, like goodness, but nothing surprises me at this point. And what people got to understand and realize, too, it's more than just athletic ability. That's not, I don't care. You can be able to jump, but be able to catch the ball and do some of the things he can do in the air is a gift. That's not easy to do. It's not just because he can jump high. It takes a lot of skill to be able to finish some of those.
Well, Markel told Phil that it was a great bad pass.
A great bad pass. He makes a lot of bad passes look good. So, yeah. Memphis is one of the most. Looking at their team even from this summer, studying their team, and I said if they got Dixon eligible, I thought they'd be one of the top probably 4 or 5 most talented teams in the country. With as much depth as anybody I've seen, and as much experience. A lot of seniors on this basketball team. They've got the making of a team that can really make a run for the Final Four. They really do. You look at their pieces, you look at their experience, you look at their depth, you look at their talent. It's as good as it gets. It really is if you really sit down and study it. And it's great. There's been I think more than ever, been a lot of great early college basketball games. And obviously you had that champions game the other night. But there's been a lot of early ones in this. I think you can add this one to the list as an early good test for both teams. And I like that they come early because you don't have a whole lot to lose. You go out and play. You learn a lot about your team. It's great for the fans. Hopefully we get a great crowd here. But this is as good a Memphis team as I've seen in the country. I think they can compete with anybody. I mean, they're really, really talented, and you got a great backcourt. Got good inside guys, physical, athletic. You can go on down the line. They don't have many weaknesses that I see. Not a lot. I mean, they're really good.
When you look at them, do you feel like they're a little bit of a mirror of you guys?
There's a lot of similarities. You look at some of the magazines. They rank backcourts. They have them. Most of them have them number one. Us kind of number two, and the strengths of their team are kind of like that. No, there's a lot of similarities. They're just a lot older than us, and probably a little deeper than us. A lot older and a little deeper than us is probably be the only difference. But very, very similar strengths, makeup of their team. Absolutely.
You're going to go on the road after this game for a little while, so a good kind of, make a lasting impression on your crowd.
There is. We're going on a stretch now that's unbelievable as far as just a lot of all BCS school. I mean, real, top-notch competition. I mean, from this point on, it's as tough a schedule there is, I think, in the country as far as, the level that we're playing and who we're playing. And it's, I'm glad we got through these 3 games. And but they're all tough from this point on. So, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.